All right, good morning, people of YouTube. So we are here with the player that got third place at TCG Con. It was TCG Con, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You got
yeah.
third place at TCG Con playing Deva. So in a format with full power not four full power Anubis, the deck that just pops level 5 and lowers for free, this man went in with Devas and got third place. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've done in this game so far.
My name is Isidoro, and so I've been playing the Digimon card game since actually when the game first came out in Japan for a short time, and then didn't really get a chance to fully play until like the X Anybody format. And that was fun. Dealing with Warbrain manga, that was fun.
Love to see it.
So yeah, yeah. But yeah, overall, I took this deck to TCG Con because, like, yeah, why not play this for funsies? And I was surprised at the performance of it.
I'll say.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, it's really fun when I get to say to my opponent, "Come on!"
There you go. So, yeah, I guess, go ahead and talk about your matchups freely and the cards that you chose to play at your leisure. Mike's on you.
All right. So first off, I'm gonna showcase the deck first, and then I'll get to my matchups.
Cool.
But first, I'm just gonna show off. This is just for egg placement.
There you go.
Yeah. So 4 Mother Reapers for for Alliance and for your wide option cards, because who doesn't love a 23k bunny swinging it for 2 checks and a raid target. You can just keep going, mother. So 4 of them, and so for the Deva, so I only play one Goku, 2 of the puppy, and then 3 McChicken nuggets.
There you go.
Yeah. So at first I was playing with one like this, and like, I need to put it back to here. So having 5 blockers and the decoy here is like really, really good.
How many times
Well,
did
it's
decoy
pretty
come up
standard.
for you for the day?
So for decoy, not really. Never once the decoy ever came up for me.
Okay.
More for like they're more scared for the blocker and heritable.
Gotcha.
If I do I have blocker, because they know like, okay, does he have a blast to block me and stop me and pop potentially 2 cards on board or maybe more.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And then 1 My Little Pony, 1 Dodge Ram, and 1 Orochimaru. So this deck isn't really aggressive. With the red Devas, all they do is security attack +1 inheritable, and then the snake pops up 5k or less on deletion. The ram you gain a memory if your opponent has a Tamer on board, and the horse he gets you a card on deletion. Yeah, again, just having it for the unique names. Just 1 of each. And then just the Chinese New Year, the dragon, just 1 the blue Majuramon. Same thing, just the unique names. That's pretty much it. But it is nice for the reducing your one more than, so any of your option cards that cost 1 or more, you gain a memory. So you basically play your wide option cards for 1 less, basically.
Everybody loves a free search.
Yeah. Or like my other option cards that I play like 1 less. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
All right. So the main package of the deck is the green Deva. So 1 of the pig, 1 like here the saber-tooth tiger, 2 of the bull,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know if you can see it, 2 ratatouille.
There you go. Yeah, I can see everything that you have on the screen perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, so, and let's see if I could just put it, probably right here.
To the bunny.
2 Antilamon.
There you
Yeah,
go.
2 of the rabbit. So, Alliance, 2 checks for 23k, and you recover if you have 3 or less security. The rat was pretty clutch because, every time your opponent suspends a Digimon, they suspend one, you draw a card. And it's pretty nice to have.
Yeah,
And the
especially in a
same
deck
thing
that
with,
doesn't draw the most.
yeah, no, it really doesn't. You'd be surprised, like, in this version that I'm playing it actually draws a lot. And then, like, with these 3, they do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Each, whenever you play an object card, you gain a memory. I only, like, the pig. He's okay. It's mainly for, like, he's green. He's just a green guy. Then Mihiramon, really good card to stun your opponent, to tap in one of your opponent's 7k or less. And the other one, I believe, cannot unsuspend, so that's pretty good to stun them.
Did that come up?
On play.
Did the Mihiramon come up a lot for you?
Only once, really.
Okay.
I only did it once against, I believe it was one of my Leomon matches. That was the only time this ever came up. And there are a lot of times where I don't have my Devas that I need. I have to put it in my raising area.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, well, yeah, I gotta have to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. So that's all the Devas that I play. And then for the Sovereigns, and then I'll show what I was playing with. One of the White Tiger.
Yep.
You'd be surprised how ridiculous this effect has come up with me. Being able to play a Deva from security, but the chances of that are like, okay, you gotta make a bet. Like, maybe 1 out of 1 in 5 chances it'll happen. And so far, it's happened to me quite a lot for a 1-of. Yeah.
Well, hey, you'll take what you can get.
Exactly. Who doesn't have a free Deva on board? And if I'm not wrong, also once you play your on play one, if you have your egg open here, you can put one right here.
You can, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's pretty nice. Who doesn't love that?
Wise monk.
So yeah,
a wise man once said, "I'd rather be lucky than good."
Well, look, man, I am a gambling man.
Yeah.
I've been known to be extremely lucky somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing him at 2 before, but I cut it down to 1 because I'm like, that ability is nice, but like, yeah, the deletion, the horizontal deletion is pretty dang good though. Destroying the highest play costs, so that is pretty good. So there's the White Tiger, and then I got 2 the spicy chicken here, 2 Suchamon.
Okay.
Yeah. So Digivolving and one attack and pop a 6k or one of your any Deva on board to give him security attack +1. And then on deletion, KO the highest DP. And he's come up a lot of times. I get to KO a Garuru, a Gabu, whatever low one. Like, okay, you're not gonna get your effects off, man. You can go get your one attacking, but that protection, get it out of here.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then, just like you, I play 3 of the turtle.
Okay. Yeah, I like the turtle.
Yeah, I like the turtle too. So when on play on evolving, you tap as many as Dave with 4-star energy you have on board, and potentially you can tap a whole lot of them on board. And then, let's see. Then during your next opponent's next on the spend phase, all of their Digimon can't unsuspend at all, right?
Yeah, and that effect is not dependent on the number of sovereigns that you have, or Devas and sovereigns. So you just tap something for every dude that you have in play, and then everything that they have that is tapped doesn't untap regardless.
Yeah.
which is
No,
fantastic.
yeah. Now, this is a weird thing, because when I was playtesting with this, does Reboot get around his ability, though?
Reboot would whenever it passed back to your turn. Because it
Okay,
only
so,
stops them from unsuspending during their unsuspend phase.
hmm and then after that, they can't unsuspend at all.
So after that, they can unsuspend. So like if you're playing into Mirage, then they played like a Thomas, like the 3-cost Thomas, they could unsuspend.
Okay. That's okay. So I was wrong about the other part then. Okay. I just wanted to make sure on that ability, because I'm like, okay, that makes it a little bit more busted than I thought then. No, but
Yeah.
like that, the stopping of multiple attacks is really nice. I only played 3 Azulon.
Interesting.
I did play, yeah, I only played 3 Azulon. The bouncing is nice, and he's the best one next to the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm okay with 3. I will always see him too.
That's
I have
fair.
no problem with it. Yeah. Then spin it back to level 5 or lower. Like, okay, hey, I'll give you card back and you can still play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the big dude. This is kind of weird because I only play 3 Fang.
That is certainly a decision.
Yeah. So when I first played the deck, I was able to play 4 of. But the thing is, I was trying to max it out for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
I only had 3, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take this to a local tournament to see how I did. And I went undefeated somehow. I have no idea how I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I had no problem seeing him at all. Like, 0 issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
And then, like, yeah, I'm like, I have no complaints. It worked.
Hey, you.
And then so, yeah, yeah. So, if anybody doesn't know, I'm playing when attacking. You could potentially neg your opponent's board by 16, depending on how many Devas, 4 Sovereigns you put back. That includes your option cards. So I did that. Oh, yeah, I did it a lot.
This is also the card that single-handedly wins you your security control matchup, because this card means that you can't deck out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And also, like, especially when you have multiple of these sovereigns, you could potentially, trash 1, trash 2, trash 3, depending on how many sovereigns you have already on board, and potentially swing in for a game just with him.
True.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, hey, all those nice security bombs you got, okay, hopefully that last one that I hit saves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fang is good.
It's ridiculously strong. And then, like, well, the good thing is, it's not like another ruin mode, because, oh god.
Yeah.
Negative 16 board global on their turn too, like, okay, we have... Okay, then. Yeah, we don't want that. So, just like you, I'm playing the Leopardmon.
Hey.
Leopardmon X's. Yeah.
How'd this work out for you?
So, really, really well.
Cool.
Really, really well. So, with him, basically another Azulon.
Yeah.
But just on Digi-Panda. But then, the thing is, I've told people this is like, look, you cannot let the Leopardmon X lift. If you do, I'm gonna go start, even without the Proto X in under him, I'm gonna start spinning up bodies and bouncing back your stuff. And it's fun because, like, once you have this on board, you already have a potential 11k bounce.
Yeah, this is true.
Yes. So, for anybody that doesn't know, on Digimon and one main, once per turn, you can play any green Digimon. So that includes any of your Devas and your Turtle by 4 cost less. And if you X anybody under him, basically it becomes essentially free. So it isn't like free Digimon.
Right.
On board, and then start bouncing back to the opponent's hand.
Yeah,
So
if your opponent lets this card live, like the first time you're evolving into this, you're paying 4 to evolve into it, and then you pay 3 more to play the Deva because that reduces the cost. But if your opponent lets this live, then the next turn rolls around and you can just pay 3 memory to play a Deva, and then you're setting up 2 level 5s and you're starting to memory choke them as well while you're able to continue bouncing bodies. It literally forces your opponent into a situation where they have to answer this or they just lose.
and a funny thing too, also, if you already have the turn to where you're about to go in for the kill shot with your Fang and bringing out your Apple Woman for free, all right, cool, that's another body for him. Just strip your security.
That's funny.
And it's funny. And I've done that so many times too. So I only played the one XNE Proto. So far, I've loved it. I won. I never had any problem with it. It does suck when it gets trashed with analog use because there's no way for me to get it back.
Yeah.
But even without it, this is still okay. It's just like, having that ability to know free Digimon, free green Digimon.
It can be kind of an extender in a lot of situations. And in matchups where you don't need to extend, you don't necessarily need it, but it's fantastic.
Exactly. Like the moment like you can go ahead and start playing for free, like, okay, cool, I'm about to get into a lot more advantage than the person thinks. Because so far, all of my opponents, they have no idea how this deck works. And it's funny. Because like they're like, okay, what the heck do I do?
Yeah, and a lot of people that I've played against with this deck have seen like regular Devas, but they haven't seen the Leopardmon tech. And it's one of those things that you immediately have to play around in a different way.
Exactly.
Well, cool.
And then so this is what I cut for Fanglong. I put in one Bancho Leomon.
Okay.
And it's funny too with him. Because like you can actually see the little circle here. Because once you're with him, between you and your opponent, if your security is 6, this becomes 5, and you have the X body in this. Okay, I got a free mega right here.
That's funny. That's incredibly funny.
It is, and I saw someone play it. I'm like, you know what? I do like it because also the ability. The moment that your opponent's Digimon is suspended, when they swing, okay, neg it, and they can't hit you. It's security -1. And it's so funny.
That's a really good defensive tool for a deck like this, because this deck wants to play defensive until it's ready to win. And this card really helps facilitate that. And it gives them another body that puts pressure on that they have to answer. I love this tech.
Yeah. So, because I'm like, man, I want to play 2-of, but like, I can't.
Yeah,
I really do. It's really funny. But like, out of 1-of, it's incredibly powerful. So, and then there's one more card. No, the one card that I actually told you about, and nobody else ever really thought of. Solomon.
Yep.
The BT13 Solomon.
Hell yeah.
So with Solomon, you can pretty much grab any Deva, Sovereign, your beast, in its name, in the name trait, and your antibody. So you can potentially grab your leopard and him.
God, that searches Fanglong. That's...
Exactly.
It should not search Fanglong. Why does it do that?
And look, I wish that Susie can also grab Fanglong, but unfortunately it can't.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's specifically beast. This one has to have beast in the beast name trait.
Okay.
So, God Beast. Yeah, God Beast, Holy Beast. There's only one target that it can't grab, and that's just it's just him. He's the only one you cannot grab. Digimon.
Sure, just a random dragon.
Other than that, it searches out your Leomon, your Bancho, your Leopard, your Big Boy. Because I'm like, every time I play the one-cost option, I'm like, there's the Fang, and I'm like, damn it, there it goes. So, okay. Play this, I can actually get it, and it's also pretty funny too, because like play this for free with Leopard X, and bouncing something, you search something, like okay, cool, you can still do your turn if you want.
Well, sometimes it's just a way to choke in a deck that normally doesn't have a way to do that. It's a way to grab more pieces in a way that doesn't have a lot of ways to do that, and yeah,
Exactly.
it's a cheap body in a deck that wants to put out aggression by getting a lot of bodies in play. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah,
This is a really good tech slot for this deck.
yeah, and it's also good for like that little chip damage.
Yeah.
It did its job. Yeah. So, and then for Tamers, just the 4 analog views.
I like it.
Yeah, I never really got to like abuse the ability to like when my Deva is destroyed, tap it, gain the memory kind of thing. But you don't really want to do that because with Mother,
Mm-hmm.
you're forced to hit. But it's good. It's good fuel for Fanglong.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then for the after the ultimate formation,
Mm-hmm.
the Holy Beast Great card no position. So this card wins you games.
Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Exactly. So with this card and then with also the 1-cost option, it counts for itself, this, and any of your Devas. Force Armors reduce it, and you start bringing out your big boy.
Fair.
Yeah, and then sometimes, you know what? This will go as Heart Slam for 10 or 11, negative opponent fight 8 or 4, whatever. And it's so fun. So loyalty is your searcher, but also you could potentially tuck something under your Sovereign or Deva, if you want, into the sources.
I find that effect more useful whenever you're playing more of the red pieces, because sometimes you can just sneak an extra check in that way. But
Yeah, you know what? I really wish, if I've known there's one person I noticed that was playing a Death X, I'm like, it's funny if you tuck a Sovereign under a Deva and they Death X you.
that's really funny. I like that. Yeah, because then you just force them to deal with, like, the turtle or something, and then they're just like, what do I do?
Exactly, and it's really funny.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I never really got to do that, but, like, just the idea of it, I'm like, oh, wait, that's pretty cheeky you could do and get around that stuff.
Yeah.
And then Heaven's Judgment for my last option.
Okay.
And, yeah. So with this thing, you have access to all 6 colors. So, negging a whole lot from your opponent's board. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, just while you're setting up, just wipe them.
Exactly. And there's also 2, when you have let's see here. When you have him and the blue dragon, becomes a 6-cost.
Fair.
Yeah. It works out. So yeah. So yeah, that's the whole deck here, man.
Awesome. Yeah, glad to see it. Yeah, and we've been talking about this deck basically since I posted my own profile. You've been in my comments just giving me ideas for this. So I want to thank you again for that, because I stole your Salomon text since you posted that. But yeah, was there?
Looking after you.
Yeah. Was there any other cards you were considering including, like maybe Hero from BT8, I think it is, the one that's like the red memory cost Tamer that buffs your DP, or like Crimson Blaze, or any cards like that?
Honestly, I wanted to play Crimson Blaze, but like I really love it if it's in my security. Other than that, I had to make sure I have a red Deva or Sovereign just to pull that ability off.
That's
because
fair.
really, like you're gonna stun them, but like also like you see your Fanglong, okay, it does the job a whole lot better.
True.
Honestly.
Yeah, Fanglong is good at his job.
Yeah, exactly. I did see someone taking in like the 2-cost tie that pumps up all your Digimon by 1,000.
Okay.
I was probably thinking about that because, like, sometimes you kind of don't want your Sovereign to die in a way. or your leopard mode, you want it to survive. So like, okay, now I have a guaranteed 13k swinging in.
Okay.
That is something I was thinking about. Deathix, I was checking him. I was trying him out. The only thing I would like to use him against is like Anubis. Other than that, not really. It's horrible in Commander, really.
Yeah. They can
It's
just
horrible.
deal with it.
Right. Exactly. And I'm like, let's see here. I've been experimenting with the Ukamon package, and it's like a hit or miss kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Uko. I've seen like a Vault and a couple other people try it, and I don't like it. If they like it, cool. There's a countless different ways to play this deck. That way is just not for me.
Even without Fanglongmon, you can go ahead and just play security control Deva. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It works. It works for someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fun thing about Deva. It's like you can like make it to where your place now.
Awesome. Yeah, well,
yeah.
Do you want to go over your matchups?
Yeah, sure. So round one, I had to buy. Because I missed my check-in. I had to run my bike because I missed my check-in. And ironically, I don't know if you heard the group, Team APS.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, so they also have a YouTube channel. I talked to the guy. He said like it was him, his opponent, and me. We were the only three that missed check-in. And if his opponent didn't show, me and him would have actually been paired. Which is funny because we got paired the last year when we played against each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would have been ironic.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, oh, hey, it happened. So my actual first game would be round 2 against Leomon. And with Devas, especially when you're bouncing back with your Leopard, your Azulon, they don't do anything.
Makes sense.
And it's like, it's really funny whenever, like the moment my opponent saw this, I'm like, okay. It's like he saw this when I played it, and then I played out the proto. He's like, okay, interesting. And then like he saw this, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. I'm about to bounce back his ultimates, his mega, and I'm like, alright man.
It's like, hey man, you want to see Fortitude not work real fast?
Exactly. And then like I found him like clearing his security while having a big body.
Sounds like he did not have a good time.
Hey, look, I entertained him. Like as soon as I played Bakuman, I played like White Tiger Lord.
Good.
So pretty much all the naming I've done for all these demos, like, yeah, you know, I play Ratatouille, the rat or whatever. Like, this seems fun,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got that 2-0. My draw, which I should have been undefeated, was against Beelstar.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so he got me. He kept bouncing back my Zulong and my aces and stuff, with the title spreads, and he got me game 1. Mm-hmm. Game 2, I got him right back. He didn't have a good hand, so like, okay, I was able to get him. Game 3 is when like, okay, we have 5 minutes overtime, plus, going into time. But like in the middle of that match and before then, I was asking a ruling to the judge about having a Deva in your raising and while playing an option card, because I have the ultimate formation in my hand. I'm like, wait, can I do that while I have it? I don't think I can. And we have to like get confirmation, like, okay, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's only for color, not like having the trait.
Right.
Like in your raising area.
Yeah, raising areas are blank cards.
Yeah. So like, okay, cool. I still ultimate formation him the next turn because he ruined mode me. I'm like, dang, I can't bring out my Deva out now. But I was still able to push it out for the game for that time. And then so game 3, I chipped them down to 2, and then like, okay, when we're done, I'm like, dang it, I just needed to clear those 2 security, and I'm okay, cool, I'm undefeated. Next round.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he went. Yeah, so game 1, he went full aggressive, went all out, and then 2 and 3, like he was just struggling to find his pieces.
Beelstar can be like that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them. I told them like I mentioned like how like you should probably play another Happy Bullet Shower because like the Gore Stormer sucks it when it hits security, and the Happy Bullet's way better because you can activate the main effect.
This is true.
Yeah, I see the kitty cat.
Yeah, she's been itching for attention.
I know that my dog's out there. So game 3 was against Commandramon, and that was fun.
Yeah?
That was so much fun. I was going into Fang.
They cannot deal with Fang.
Back to back. No, they cannot. No, because I fanged them twice. I actually like this. So I fanged them twice. I fanged them once, and then he's like, okay, I got it. And I basically almost left them out, too. I was like, oh, okay, you're almost out of cards there, baby.
Yeah.
And like,
that doesn't surprise me.
And my Leopard. Yeah, and my Leopard X, I'm like, well, I can't really do anything to your big dude. I can start, bouncing back the little dudes, at least the undelusion ones. And, that's all I can do. However, I did airbomb with him when I had multiple other Deva/Sovereigns. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now a lot of your dudes can't swing on me now.
Cool. Yeah,
so,
that's a good matchup for the turtle.
Yeah. And then, like, I think he spit out, like, at least 7 bodies, and I cleared out 7 bodies with the Fang, because I top-decked the ultimate formation.
Love to see it. Was there any point at the tournament where you just played Fang for 15?
No, I was waiting for that opportunity, because I would have hard-slammed it. I've done that before. Ironically, not in this TCG Con. In the locals that I took this with, I did hard slam him for 15 against an Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis.
I have no fear.
Anubis would be the matchup that I would do that into. Like, what do they do? They got to spend all that memory to recover that board state anyway, and then you could just do it again.
Exactly. And like, because when I was playing against them, they did have the Rivals Barrage, but I was able to chip them down, like, 4 security already off of them. So, yeah, that's from, like, the locals. But, yeah, I'm just surprised with this deck is that, like, it performed really, really well. Unexpectedly, I'm like, okay, it'll be alright. And then, like, I played again, and when I went to Nationals, I didn't get to play the main event, unfortunately. I was too late to sign up.
Gotcha.
When I was able to finally pick up the deck and play it, and then like, okay, cool, I'll play this little tournament for fun, and let's see how it goes. It was pretty fun. against a hunter dude, it's like, I can't do anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Like, it's a deck that I've also been enjoying this format. It's so much fun. Like, and it feels like the matchup spread only gets better whenever the decks get hit by the limited list, because you really do kind of struggle in the decks that abuse Bukamon, like that Bukamon egg.
The jamming?
Yeah. Like, mainly Mirage. Like, in my experience at least, I've struggled with Mirage with this deck. Have you had that same experience?
So when I was, I played with a Mirage player while I'm just chilling at Nationals. I still got him.
Cool.
He went full combo on me and everything. He was just missing like an extra security attack. And I got him in the crack pack. For that, he couldn't do anything. I just kept bouncing and stuff, negating and stuff. I'm like, he can't do anything.
Awesome. Okay. Well, then, yeah. Yeah, you got nothing to worry about. So, yeah, people
Yeah,
that are watching this video wondering if this is a deck that you should be picking up, like, looking at the price tag of Fanglong and being like, man, do I really want to spend like $120 on a playset of this card? This man right here proves that you only need 3. And you still can get results.
Exactly. It worked out somehow. I don't know how. I thought you could play it at 4 if you want.
Yeah. I mean,
you can.
I would recommend it, but like it's not something that you need. Like the deck has so many other win cons just by like flooding the board with Devas. Like all your sovereigns have insane removal effects that just help you mitigate anything that your opponent tries to throw at you.
Yeah.
Fanglong's just icing on the cake.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question for you. And
yeah.
So have you ever played against a Fang matchup?
Like the Fang Mirror?
No, that too, but like Shine Greymon.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Have you ever played against a Shine Greymon with Deva?
Once or twice. It's not consistently.
You had no problem with it?
I lost one, just because, like, he full shine comboed me, like, right out of the gate. Like, he saw all of his pieces, like, insanely early. And then the second match I played against the same shine player, he did not get the most ideal opening hand. Like, he still was able to get everything by turn, like, 3 or 4, but I was still able to play through it. Like, he couldn't do anything once I blast evolved. So it felt 50-50 to me, but I need more experience.
Okay. Because, ironically, so I played against a Shine player.
Mm-hmm.
This is the board I ended with him with 3 of the podcasts and then 3 of the punching Marcuses. And he had just 1 Agu. 3 Mary to work with. I have a 4 board of Devas with the Leopard X, bouncing all his stuff.
Yeah, and without the shine, the Marcuses ain't gonna do much.
No, and I'm like, do something.
Right.
It's like so funny because like I don't know if you ever seen it on the Facebook group. There's a picture of like of that. And then, like, a moment after the card is like, there is no way you can get for that. It was so funny.
That's good. But, yeah.
I mean, overall, it is cool to hear, like, people saying, like, man, I'm kind of feeling like I want to play this. Like, it looks so much fun compared to the other decks. Because, like, a lot of them are kind of like, okay, you go into your stack, you go in for a game, or you build your Lugo, you go to do this. This one is like, you gotta think. You gotta play little mind tricks with your opponent. It's like, okay, what do I have to do to get through this? And you can, like, play, this or that, and it's pretty fun, especially with Davis. You can play with the Garou engine, security control, green. Trying to think what I have DNA one of that too, but it's weird how this deck can go other ways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys heard it here. Pick up the deck. Like it's a lot of fun. It does whatever you want it to. Before we end the video, are there any shout outs you want to give? Any final words?
First shout out to you, because you're the one that got me inspired with this deck.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear it.
And then, I forgot his name. I think his name is John. Like, a couple of my friends back at, over at Houston, game guys helping me play test with the deck. And, like, they're over here saying, like, man, you're doing pretty good with this deck. I'm like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. And, hey, it worked out somehow.
Yeah, third place at an event with over 40 people.
Yeah. About that too. So with the top 8 too, so when I came to after that, and the announced top 8. They told us, like, look, we can do split the pricing or go into day 2 for, the full thing. And a lot of us were like, you know what? I'm okay with taking 1.5. I don't mind it. I'm so tired. I don't think I'll be able to go to the con anyways the next day.
That's fair.
But overall, hey, it's a lot of fun.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks again for being on the channel. And yeah, congratulations again on your performance.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to be taking this to Ultimate Cup, and hopefully I'll do well with it.
Hey, hopefully we get paired to an Ultimate Cup. I'll be there as well.
Yeah. And then, it's in that mirror match, actually. I've actually played against it.
So you'll have more experience than me, because I've maybe done that once.
I just know, like, okay, I know what needs to be done, and hopefully, if I draw the right card, cool, I can actually go for the game shot.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I think we're going to end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll be seeing more from you on the channel.
Oh, hopefully. Alright, and
Awesome.
I bid you all adieu, and goodbye, and good night. Bang.